This story is one that many first-generation kids could probably relate to. Not all of the extremities, who knows, but just the concept in general is something that is not foreign to first-generation kids. So, hi, my name is Leslie. I am the child of two immigrant parents, so I am the first generation here in the United States. I learned English when I was very young, so I was able to pick up all the phonetics, and it came pretty easy to me. Probably not in the moment. Anyway, so basically that's why I don't have an accent, and yeah. So what this meant was that I was now the designated translator / interpreter for my parents. This normally manifested itself in translating documents, homework assignments. In case somebody was talking to my parent and they didn't understand a concept, I could break it down for them. And normally I wouldn't have any problem with this. In fact, I actually like helping people, and if I'm able to bridge a language barrier, that is usually something that I think is really cool and I like doing. However, the problem started arising when I would begin receiving a verbal smackdown anytime I didn't perform to the liking of one of my parents. Let me explain. This particular soul had been here for more than 10 years, had jobs, they spoke English on the daily, they could hold a conversation, blah, 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 blah. They can handle English on their own, is what I'm trying to say, okay? Because if it was just helping because they genuinely didn't know, I would be so down to help, but this would just get ridiculous. La situación que se me quedó más marcada, or AKA the situation that had the deepest impact on me, was one time that we were at the airport. When I really think they took it just a bridge too far. I don't know, y'all tell me your opinion. So what happened was we pulled up to the airport. We were there with a family member. They were about to fly back home, and this lovely human being told me, go ask the airport employee where the food court is. Me being a little 12-year-old that had crippling social anxiety, no social skills, and was terrified of getting berated for failing, just kind of froze. And I was like, why can't you do it yourself? But that was never an option. I was always, Leslie gets thrown to the wolves because my parent did not want to do it. I tried to calm myself down and just to walk myself through the process, because not only do I not know how to talk to adults or just people in general, this was a complete stranger. So I walked up to them and I saw that they were busy. This particular airport employee was talking to another customer, and I was just kind of like, okay, you know what? Breathe, calm down, practice your lines. Excuse me, where is the food court, or where can I find some food, right? Just inhale, exhale. What the fuck? By the time I can think, my parent had already stormed over. They looked at me with flames in their eyes, dude. Oh my God, that shit was terrifying. I just remember feeling a shiver, like, oh, I'm in trouble. My parent quickly proved to themselves que sí se puede and asked, where is the food? They got their answer, and we started walking in the direction that the employee had pointed at. But if you think that this is the end, boy, are you wrong. My parent proceeded to take me out of the airport and start berating me on how I can't do this one thing they asked for. It was so simple. Now they're not gonna buy me anything because I didn't do what they said I should do. And then they grabbed my phone and told me, the only reason I'm not smashing this on the ground is because you have good grades. And I was just thinking, like, okay, but like, would my case survive this? Would my SD card survive this? I don't know. I guess I'm going to have to test that theory later anyway. So they just proceeded to tell me that they were going to destroy my shit, but the only reason they didn't do it was because I was a stellar student. That is the only thing that saved me from eternal damnation and being our family's disappointment. So I was just choked up, trying not to cry, because obviously we were there with another family member and I couldn't show any emotion. That was not something that I was ever allowed to do. We said goodbye to our family member. I don't even know if they realized what had happened or not, to be honest. Whatever. Nothing new. Then we pulled up to the car. We were about to leave. And this sweet angel, still seething in anger despite hours having passed, looked at me and said, thanks to you, we're not going to go to this theme park I never told you we were going to go to. And I was just like, what the fuck? Did you pull this out of your ass? When were we going to go to this theme park? What are you talking about? What? Then they told me, thanks to you, our family member left angry. And I was like, yeah, you're right. It's not your shitty attitude. It's that I didn't ask the employee. So, okay, whatever you say, buddy, whatever you say. Then they wondered why I would never want to talk to someone on their behalf ever again. Anytime we would pull up to a restaurant, a drive-through, a store, and they told me to ask something, I was terrified. Not even to ask the person. That was completely besides the point. This point was proven one time that I was alone at the store and I asked somebody for something, no problem, nothing. But the moment I felt their eyes on me, my parents' eyes on me, that is, immediately palms started sweating, head spinning. I could not do it because my fear was of getting berated afterwards. So anytime I would try explaining this to them, they'd say, oh, okay, I promise I'll never make you do anything like this again. Flash forward a week, we'd show up somewhere with our family and they would throw me to the front and say, okay, you're ordering for everyone. And I was just left like, what? God damn it. Moral of the story, get shit down in writing. Make sure to like and sub so I can get to 1K, monetize the channel, and pay my therapy bill.